Dude, I feel like I need to get something done today, and what's weird about it is that I think that this video is the only goddamn thing. Um, Dude, you're under the idea that whatever they put in is level. It's like plumb and level, and no, I think that's plumb. Yeah, well, that's not necessarily true, and oh wow. I don't know, dude. This is just, dude. That's gonna have to be different in the future because it's obviously not now. And so, I'm not saying I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just saying, like, right, like, faster results. I don't know, dude. Like, anyways, I was thinking about that's the reason I made this video because um, what I just said. Like, I want to get something done, and it's like this video is something that I'm getting done. Dude, I was thinking about this idea in regards to you know that like satanic goat. Maybe some people are. Dude, I was thinking about that, and I said to myself, I think I know there's a couple of things going on here. First is that, dude, if they were sacrificing goats before they sacrificed some guy, he told me some bullshit story. He's like a religious guy. They're like Bible freaks or whatever. He goes, oh, it's so they would have to stop sacrificing goats. So what are you doing? You're going from goats to people? Dude, that's like the first thing that popped in my head. I said, I'm pretty sure if a person had to pick between sacrificing a goat and sacrificing a person, right? Assuming that that's what they were doing before they sacrificed Christ, and there's like no evidence that Christ even existed. Yeah, you see where I'm going with that. So I mean that should be an obvious thing, but what is it? One of the things that may or may not be so obvious, or maybe it might take me to point it out, is what is it? My sign is Aries, right? So I was thinking about this, and wouldn't that make me the devil, right? Because like, there's definitely this Nazi. Like, if I'm not the devil morally, like I'm not killing people and like having sex with like whatever, you get the idea, like something along the lines of some weird behavior, like what is it, the devil's advocate on like crack. Do you know what I mean? Like, sort of like you get the idea. So I said to myself, I was thinking about that, right? I'm like, dude, I hope that somebody else obviously represents the devil. Like, I'm guessing it's like Rambo or something. Like, I'm not, dude, I'm not like 100% sure here, but dude, you get the idea, right? Like, how the hell, dude? Because I was listening to what was it? Another guy. He's like, seems like he was Jewish, and he's talking about what the hell is he talking about? He's talking about how the Wicca or whatever, right? And he said something interesting, and somebody, he'd be like, oh, it's just stupid shit people say. Like, people lie, people tell stories, and it doesn't matter, whatever. Yeah, but what if it does, right? So he said that like if my sign is Aries, right? And it's like basically we're living in the Truman Show. Uh, what is it? There definitely is like this idea of like me potentially representing like Nazi based, like the end of days through like genetics. Like that's why I'm labeled more or less as like Satan or whatever, right? But he said something. He said that Satanism is about being an individual, and to be honest with you, I'm definitely noticing that surrounding my person as well. So that's like super interesting, right? That you're talking and just not just on it's on like two different levels, like or two different particular topics. First is like an economic individual. Like when I watch, not only is Richard Wolff like watching my videos before I even put them on YouTube, based on some sort of like economic hive mind of some kind, right? So you have you have some kind of weird, like the United States was never, well maybe it was back in like the 1800s or something, but I'm guessing that starting in the 30s, obviously, you're looking at like some kind of transitional thing where like Russians and weird people get together and they say, oh, you know, we're going to create like socialism. It's the only thing that can function in society. So, dude, a lot of the times when I'm listening to that Richard Wolff, he's talking about capitalism like he's exclusively talking about me. Just me and only me. Okay? Which that is completely nuts, okay? Like, I mean, it's not like off the wall crazy nuts, like completely like, you know, the Hale Bop nuts type shit or whatever, or like, you know, Jonestown or like, you know, anything else you can point to that's like, you know, I'm gonna stay away, like the shit that I talked about on like the last video. But it's definitely like in the realm of like crazy, like no question. Like, dude, think about it like just something that sticks out immediately, right? Dude, one person can't be a fucking economy, right? Dude, you need like, you would think that you would need like shit like my personal opinion, like I guess you could use 10 as as a pretty good starting point. But shit, dude, like I don't know. I'm gonna look at more like 50 people. And dude, keep this in mind. I'm gonna think that some of these people are from different walks of life, like blacks, you know, throw in any kind of different individuals. Did you have a group of 50 people? You can call that like an economic system or economy or whatever you want to say. But dude, you can't base something off of one guy. That shit is crazy. I mean, if he's stating that and that's actually happening in real life, like right now as I'm speaking to you, dude, do you understand how fucking crazy that is? One guy is capitalism? Dude, I just immediately start laughing. Seriously. One guy and everybody else is socialist. Do you understand that is like a level of crazy that I can't even go into. Seriously. I don't even want to think about it. So, but dude, there's definitely like this I'm thinking I noticed, where else did I notice that? I don't know. I forget, but dude, there's a couple of circumstances right here where there's like a representational aspect of me being like evil or whatever, right? Um, but here's the thing. They talked about being getting back to that, like being an individual, being rebellious, which is like basically the same embodiment that Bart Simpson has. Dude, the fact remains, like if you think about it, like I'm gonna go back to like so, dude. Let's put these two things on the table. So you have like some kind of weird, like figure, like Rambo or like Al Pacino, uh, and me, right? You get the idea. You're comparing these two people, like, you're comparing me and you're comparing him, okay? Dude, I hope you're not saying, like, cause, like, dude, you gotta understand something. They said some shit, like, about being an individual, being rebellious, right? Um, that's the thing. You look at Wolf, he's not an individual and he's not rebellious, okay? He exists in a hive mind, right? Exclusively, and everybody else does too, because you're circulating around me like I have the greatest gravitational pull, okay? So, in some kind of weird Truman Show existence of some kind. So, um, here's the thing though. When I heard him say that, I immediately said to myself, I'm like, uh, dude, if the government is watching you and they're like studying you like every second, and you can't get away with anything like some of these other people, like some of the people in the government are getting away with things, right? I'm like, dude, if you and they're even trying to force ideas into your head. You get the idea. Like every single thing that you think and you do is controlled by the government. Okay? Whatever these witches or anybody is potentially trying to do with my person, there is this like I think some of you probably get where I'm trying to go with this, right? Dude, there is no such thing as individuality in that environment, right? Because you're controlled. There's no movement. There's no space in order to create some sort of. And literally, dude, you've taken it to the most extreme, potentially the most extreme. Place that you could take it in regards to like these Nazis. They're doing shit with like the vaccine and like gene editing and shit like that. So, dude, there's no after the devil, like unless you do something to me while I'm sleeping, right? There's no legacy for Satan. Do you know what I mean? And you raise some other. Unless you clone Satan or some shit. But dude, the whole, whatever viewpoint that I hold right now that is obviously rebellious, and I think I'm probably gonna hold on to that, dude, it's only rebellious to a certain point. That should be obvious, right? Dude, this idea that like the devil is free from like what is it? I'm at a loss for words. Like it's like you're free from restrictions, and like you can do anything, and like there isn't like this this oppression, like it's, and it gives you some sort of alternate energy or some kind. Like it's complete bullshit, because if you think about it, if the state controls everything, right, the devil can't gain a foothold over if I represent Satan. Dude, I don't see what the fuck we would be talking about here. Dude, you can't. There's no movement. There's no. It's like nothing is happening in regards to that. So basically, dude, more than anything, the way I'm starting to, dude, assuming that you could convince people that, like these weird people, like these witches and these Satanists to somehow protect you from the state or something. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going with this because I don't know any of these fucking people. And you want to, dude? You want to know what's funny too? Is I don't think that would even fucking work. Like, it just wouldn't, dude. Like, I guarantee that if I did something crazy based on some sort of restrictive things that the state can do to somebody, whether it's creating like digital money or imprisoning somebody, I'm kind of drawing a blank with other things, but or just taking somebody's, convicting somebody of a crime they didn't commit or something. What is it? Stuff like that. Or like raising the prices of materials to where you can't afford to buy anything. Not being able to buy, not being able to sell. Dude, it's like what I'm trying to tell you. Like these weird people, right? Like these witches and these Satanists, just whatever the fuck is going on. They're focusing potentially on this shit, right? But what's crazy is that the only way I can describe what I'm talking about is it's like if you had a little tiny seedling, like a plant, right? And you don't water it. You just keep it there and it just remains, and then it dries out and dies. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, dude, if you don't water the seedling, it doesn't grow and it dies. That's basically what you're doing with me. Okay? So it's not like you can take that plant, right? And you can water it and give it fertilizer and whatever the fuck else there is, and it becomes this incredible satanic thing or whatever the fuck it is. It never materializes into reality. But dude, here's the most important thing that I wanted to state, which I think everybody that's watching this video knows that I'm going to say this. Dude, there's definitely something weird in regards to, and I'm looking directly at it as I'm speaking to you. Dude, there's something weird in regards to me not being Satan, okay? That somebody else or a large group of people represent the devil, right? Currently, for some reason, I'm not exactly sure who represents the devil more than who doesn't represent the devil. Obviously, people who are more evil than other people probably are representations of the devil more than, somebody who's like, involved in like a trading card game and like, doesn't kill people sort of a thing. But dude, here's the thing. It's like, dude, you can't have it both ways if you have to ask me. I don't think that, dude, you want to know what I'm noticing about different things going on here? Is that I don't think anybody is 100% sure what the fuck how they think about things. Dude, you either have me as the devil, right, or somebody else. You can't have two people be the devil, right? You can't have me be the devil and then some other guy who's like pure evil okay? And he's like a cannibal or some shit. Like he used to hang out with Anthony Bourdain before he like hung himself or whatever the fuck it is, and like Bourdain would like marinate like people or some shit, and there's like Chinese dudes or some shit that are like, they're like, oh yeah, it's the greatest meat. Like you need to eat this meat. It's better than any meat. Like it's just the greatest meat. I can't live without this meat or whatever. Like, do you understand? Weird shit like that. So that shit is pretty fucking evil. Do you know what I mean? I don't do any shit like that. So, I have no evidence that that's actually happening, but I'm willing to bet it probably is. Okay? Because rich people get bored, and they've always, they keep doing the same thing over and over again so many times before you're like, dude, I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's like I'm God. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you get the idea. But dude, I don't. How can somebody be evil? That doesn't make any sense to me. How can somebody be? How can you have two devils? So what is it? Is it like the? Is it like the way I'm thinking about it in my head is like you have, let's say you have Al Pacino up on the mountain or some shit, right? And then you got me down on the bottom of the mountain, and he's like the head devil, and I'm like the vice president devil. Like I'm, it's like dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about here, but dude, I think you can kind of get where I'm going with that. Like it doesn't. Dude, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, dude, like if you think it makes sense or whatever, then more power to you. But I think it's complete nonsense. Okay, dude, you can only have one embodiment of evil. You can't have two. Okay, dude, think about it. Historically, when you think about these biblical stories, dude, I'm just trying to keep this shit 100. Do you know what I mean? Dude, I'm trying to have it where we're talking about things logically. They make sense. You categorize this one way, you categorize this as another thing. Like the entire periodic table of elements is defined precisely. Okay? It's not like there's gray areas here where like things can mix and match and whatever the fuck you want to say. No, okay? That's not how I think that society should function, okay? You put things in their correct fucking bins, whatever you want to say. Do you get the idea? So, what is it? Dude, you can't have two devils, okay? It doesn't make sense. There's one fucking, like one person is the devil, or because, dude, like getting back to what I was trying to say before, I didn't say it. Dude, in the Bible, right, they have it where there's God and the devil. There's God and the devil. There isn't like two gods. There isn't two devils. Okay? They have God and the devil. They don't have it where like, dude, you want to know something? I don't even give a shit. If you want me to be the devil, I'll be the devil. But I don't want there to be two gods or two devils or whatever the fuck you want to say. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Like you this shit is crazy. Dude, you either have, it's like whenever you hear that shit, they go, okay, here's God. He's doing his thing. He created everything. And then the devil went down into hell or whatever it is. Dude, I think you get where I'm going, and I think I made my point. Dude, I think that this shit is crazy, okay? Just to let you know. And, I don't know. So I just wanted to say that. I thought that shit was weird. I think that the idea that, maybe the shit that I said about the whole like watering the seedling and like the government controlling, maybe that could be like controversial for some stupid ass reason. But dude, if you think about it, it's the truth, and you only have as much freedom as any of these weirdos that will give you freedom want to give you, like these Freemasons and shit like that. So these, like, there's like secret societies and globalists like controlling what people get to how people get to live, fucking live like slaves or whatever. So I mean, dude, if you have to ask me, another thing that guy said, he's like, oh, what is it? He goes, oh, I don't know why I'm making these videos. I'm not getting paid for any of this shit. Well, maybe Google can give me they can start paying me for these videos. What is it? I hope so. Shit. Dude, I actually tried making these videos good. I don't edit them, but whatever. What is it? Like they talked about the witch as being environmentalists, and dude, to be honest with you, I don't think there should be environmentalists. I think there should be like anarchists, like, and I think they should be like, you know how you had like the Weather Underground and shit, like I think, dude, I think, dude, I, the fuck. Dude, I think you're talking about like the idea of people like that who believe this, whatever it is, like, dude, you're talking about like shit like Che Guevara and like do you get what I'm saying? Like you need to do something crazy. Like if you honestly believe this shit, or you believe in me or something, like, dude, think about it. You gotta do something crazy where like you're saying, no, I don't think you will, because I think all this religious shit is connected. But dude, like, assuming that you actually believe in what you practice, what you preach, dude, you're talking about like a complete, like some sort of new revolution or some shit that never happens, and you just keep on repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So dude, dude, let me ask you a question. Do you want to keep on repeating the same thing over and over again, or do you want to say, oh, you know, maybe this has to obviously at least come to a new plateau, or like a new step, like as you climb up, it needs to be a little bit higher than just this. Dude, let's say I'm down here and you have like 5 steps, and like the 5th step is potentially like the end of days. I'm just gonna, go. Well, maybe we should use 6 steps as like a reference point or whatever. So, dude, like, let's say you have 6 steps. The 6th step is the end of days, right? We're all the way down here, okay? And you could go up even like just to the 2nd step, but like it never happens. Maybe we've seen the 2nd step, but let's say we've never ever seen the 3rd step, okay? It's never happened. We've seen the 1st, we've seen the 2nd, like the 3rd's never been a thing, right? Dude, in order to get some sort of more freedom or some bullshit, right? You'd have to go to like at least the 3rd step. You can't be like, oh, we're just gonna keep this guy down here forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Even though he can't have kids and shit like that, we're gonna keep him there permanently until the end of days. Okay, dude, it's like, it's stupid. It makes no sense. There's no progress. I think it dumbs down society. I don't know. Dude, that's this video. I gotta end with this shit. I gotta work or whatever, do something. Whatever. This is way too long.